leg raise is a great core exercise for runners because it activates our hip flexors and everything through our abdominals as well, which is fantastic for us as runners, especially for running faster or if we're running up a hill. When we use that knee drive to drive our knee forward as we take off from the ground, we use our hip flexors, we use our core to power that motion. So it's really gonna help kind of increase the knee drive on your run, and it's gonna make you a little bit more explosive, a little bit more powerful runner. To set up for a hanging leg raise, all you're gonna need is something that you can hang off of, whether that's a squat rack, a pull-up bar. If you were outside, you can even use something like a tree branch. You just need something that's strong enough to support your body weight that you can get a good solid grip on to be able to hang so you can do your leg raises. To do the hanging leg raise, what you're gonna do is grab on with an overhand grip. So you wanna grab on, hands wrapping over the top, and you're gonna loop your thumbs underneath the bar. That's gonna give you the strongest grip to be able to hold on as long as possible while you go. So you're gonna grab on, and then depending if it's a pull-up bar or something that's a little bit taller where you need to jump to get onto it, you can do that. You could even step up onto a box to kind of have a nice platform to step off of. Or for me, this is a little bit too short, so I'm gonna actually have to hold on and then lower myself down to be able to lift my body weight off. So what you're gonna do here is you're gonna go nice straight arms, holding on as much as you can, and then from here, you're gonna bend your knees, and then you're gonna come up to just past 90, and then all the way back down again. Up to just past 90, and all the way back down. What you wanna do when you're lifting those legs is you want to avoid getting your momentum swinging. So you can kind of see whatever that momentum ends up being, try to time the lifts of your legs so they aren't continuing that momentum and getting you swinging back and forth. So you want to kind of counter it by going either a little bit faster or a little bit slower than your body wants to swing. There's a few things you can do to adjust your difficulty, and it all has to do with how straight or bent you keep your legs. The longer and the straighter your legs are, the more weight you're gonna have to lift because it's a longer lever. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult. So the most difficult version is gonna be straight legs straight out in front of you that you'll lift up and all the way back down. For me, I have really bad hamstring flexibility, so that can be really difficult as well. That's kind of an added difficulty if you're like that. The next thing you can do is keep those arms straight while you're hanging. To make it a little bit easier, you can bend those knees and you can go this way. And then if you wanna make it as easy as possible, you can do one leg at a time. So you're gonna be hanging in this position. You'll bring one leg up and down, other leg up and down. So you just have to stabilize and lift one leg at a time, and that's gonna be our easiest variation. The one thing that can be really difficult with this hanging leg raise is the fact that you're hanging. A lot of it's gonna depend on your grip strength and being able to support your body weight while hanging off of the bar. If you find your grip strength is your limiting factor on being able to do this, the modification that you can make is using something like a captain's chair or a dip station to do it instead. So instead of hanging off of your grip, what you're gonna do is you're gonna set yourself up in a captain's chair. That's one of those things where you're sitting with your arms on some pads. You're gonna hold your arms here, and then you can do those leg raises that way. It takes the pressure off of having to hold on with your arms, and instead you're gonna be able to support yourself here. Alternatively, you could also take something like 2 plyo boxes, set one box on one side, one box on the other side, and balance yourself on straight arms, and then do the same thing and you can do your leg raises. As an alternative to this exercise, you can do anything that's gonna activate core and hip flexors. So whether that's something like getting down on the mat and doing some in and outs or some half boat, or if you're standing, you could also do something like some high knees where you're doing the same motion, you're driving that knee up and coming back down. It's gonna be a little bit different because with the high knees, you're adding in a little bit of an aerobic component. However, you're still working a similar muscle group in a similar way.